Welcome back to Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Monday. It is Monday, February 19th. And I am here at the new place. Just a quick trip today. Got some stuff to unload. And I've got some folks crashing here tonight. So I wanted to make sure and leave them a key. I got stuff to unload and I got something to do down the road today. But yeah. Who could it be that would be crashing here overnight? I don't know. But I'll be coming back up tomorrow to do some activities with them. So I have no idea about videos. Anyway, I'm going to unload this real quick. Just a few things that were sitting around in my kitchen, taking up space in the way for the past few months. But yeah, I just a little refrigerator. There's a microwave cart, a microwave, and a crock pot back there, and some dishes, and yeah, just stuff that crashers might need, except that deep fryer. That deep fryer was just in the way, and so I'm not going to be using it anytime soon. All right, let's get that inside and pick up from there. That will be the last load that I bring up. Until I can back up to the back door. But it was worth it today. And I had to grab the shop vac. That is needed at home. In fact, that is needed in the car, which I will have to do at home. We did put a load of shale over here, so this is a little turnaround spot. So then I could have at least backed in this far. But when the trench was there for the running the electric wire, we've got a little bit of a hole, so I don't want to get stuck in that hole and use this as a turnaround spot yet. Yeah, got to do some driveway patching, and I can probably drive through that over to the storage shed. Don't need to do that today though. Okay, I need to pick up a few things at the store and getting prepared for tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a big day, so today's video will probably be lumped together with tomorrow, and I don't know when I'll talk to you again, but I'm out of here. It is still Monday. I am on my way home. It's 4 o'clock. I do need to stop at the hardware store on the way home, so no nap today, but I'll be at home in plenty of time for dark. One thing is, after I delivered 15 chickens, 14 hens and a rooster over to David at Come On Homesteading, I did some more chicken shuffling past couple nights. See, I've got all my chickens mixed together right now. They're not separated by breed. Well, anyway, I've got multiple roosters in, because I've mixed up all my chickens into basically 3 flocks. 3 flocks, there are 2 hoop coops and 1 other flock. Anyway, so all my chickens are jumbled together. I can't hatch any. I mean, I could, but they'd be barnyard mixes, and you're lucky if you sell those, because everybody hatches their barnyard mixes. So I've been doing some chicken shuffling the past couple of nights to at least get some roosters and hens rearranged, so that as soon as I get there, I can at least start hatching some Easter eggers. Those are, they sell well enough. They sell better in barnyard mixes. But I'll know I've got some, they're most likely to get blue or green colored eggs. Slight chance for a light brown egg. But I can at least get them arranged. So, man, I probably shuffled, and I created a new fraternity boys flock out of one of the 5 coops. But, so I had to move, yeah, probably 50 chickens shuffled in addition to the 15 that David got. Yeah, you're gonna wanna, I did get some video from Saturday when I delivered the chickens, and I actually got to help David. Come On Homesteading, link down below. I actually got to help him put some finishing touches on his chicken coop. So that always makes me happy when I can help out a little bit. But you'll definitely want to be subscribed to Come On Homesteading if you want to see what chickens he got from me. Most of his chickens are black. I shouldn't say that, but that's all right. Most of my chickens are black because, yeah, I'm breeding for egg color, and to get the dark greens, you got to use my black copper Morans, and you know, a black chicken is going to produce a lot of black offspring. That's just how it goes. So I now have a Splash copper Morans rooster, and I can try to use him for some green olive eggers and get some, you know, a mixture of feather colors in there along with the mixture of egg colors. So yeah, go check out Come On Homesteading. He'll have a video coming out about his new chicken flock sourced at Bobblehead Homestead. He also got a rooster from Anthony and Roxanne at Country Road Cure. Well, he's a young man now, but they hatched him out, and they had some broody hens that hatched some eggs, and they put some more in an incubator. So and they raised them, and so he originated from Bobblehead Homestead also, but he's now you know, a first generation hand-me-down from Country Road Cure. So that's pretty cool. David did get a rooster from me. You'll have to subscribe to his channel and watch for that video. So I did get a little bit of footage Saturday, but I'll wait and put that out until I see his video is up. My GoPro is acting up like it usually does on Saturday, so a bunch of clips got cut off, and I don't know what's going on with GoPro. Same with my computer. It's been crashing all the time. Yeah. Was February? Well, we're not done with February yet. You know, January is a bad month. February hasn't been all that great either. All right, I should probably talk about something else. What else can I talk about? I just made it past the rest stop, so that means about 20 more minutes. All kinds of stuff I can talk about. When are you moving? Why haven't you moved yet? Why is it taking so long? Why didn't you use a trencher for the water lines and get it done in a day instead of 3 months? Yeah, that one's probably true. Yeah. When? I don't know when. When the septic's done? When is the septic going to be done? I don't know. If I had, once the trees are out of the way, if I had $4 grand to go hire a professional, they'd have the septic done in one day. But I do not have the money to go hire a professional to get it done in one day, so it'll get done when it gets done. And that, you know, why is it taking so long? Well, that's one of the things, a lack of money and resources. And, you know, why didn't I get a trencher instead of using the backhoe? You know, a trencher would have been a lot less work, a lot faster, a lot less messy, all that stuff. But I did not. It's taken me so long. I'm not making any money off baby chicks right now. When no money in the budget for that, so we just did what we could with what we had. Drew did borrow a 12-inch bucket, but it didn't fit on his John Deere. It's still over anyway. So yeah, that would have been, you know, faster and all that stuff, but it just wasn't in my budget. Same with the septic system. You know, if they've got the equipment and they can come out there and get it all done in a day, well, I'm not hiring professionals that are putting in full days of work. So, you know, what would take a pro one day, it might take a month to get a full day of work. So yeah, that's what it is. In the meantime, I'm not making any money on YouTube. There's no action going on for me to film, so less money on YouTube, and I'm not making any money selling baby chicks. So I've had to go out and get a 3rd job and a 4th job and a 5th job and a 6th job not really what I wanted to do, but I got bills to pay, and I had planned on being moved by now. Yeah, so, you know, I sold the house, and part of that deal was I gave them a 5-figure discount to wait until I could get moved out. And so yeah, you go through that pretty quick when you're going from raw land to a homestead. You know, $4,000 for a driveway, and the bulldozer and all the rock and the landscape fabric and all that stuff, and $800 for electrical wire and conduit, and $1,100 for electrical boxes and breakers, and holy cow, it all adds up fast. So if I don't get moved soon, it is I don't know, now or never kind of thing. So I have not been sitting around on my couch watching soap operas and eating bonbons. I have gone back into the political realm, where I worked for 15 years, and I've been taking on some side jobs there. Perfect timing, I guess. There's elections every 2 years, but the big national election every 4 years. And when it comes to election laws, especially ballot access laws for independent candidates and third-party candidates, that's an area that I worked in for many years, and there are not many people in this country that know more than I do about competition getting on the ballots for the two power parties. So somebody actually asked me to do some work for them, and then that got me back into it, and I'm not making as much as I had hoped to. A lot of that is, right now there are 8 lawsuits by my count against states that have laws which they violate the Constitution, they violate our First Amendment, freedom of speech and freedom of association and freedom to run for office. So there are 8 lawsuits right now. I can't tell you which ones I'm involved in, but you do research for your court filings, so the court case and all that, all that stuff. But most of it is you got to pay for those lawsuits. So a lot of fundraising, writing fundraising letters and newsletters, emails, fundraising phone calls, and that's what's taking up all my time. So I'm trying to make up for my lost income, and that's just, it's kept me busy, especially at, in the evenings when you can do the fundraising phone calls. So, here, an example of one thing, I'm not working on this one, but there's, the other example is a former president's case at the Supreme Court, which revolved around, does the state have a power to, anyway. So Idaho, there's a lawsuit filed in Idaho by RFK Jr., and he wants to run as an independent, but Idaho's deadline for filing to run for president as an independent is in March, which is next month. And when you file, you also have to announce who your vice president is. The filing deadline for Republicans and Democrats is like September in Idaho. So they do, there's all kinds of reasons why they do that. They do it to make it extremely difficult for people to compete against them on our ballots, and to drain their resources on these lawsuits, so they're spending all that time and money just getting on the ballot rather than out there campaigning. Anyway, so a lawsuit in Idaho which is challenging that early deadline. The Supreme Court has already ruled that early deadline is unconstitutional, but and Idaho has already their law has already been ruled unconstitutional in courts. They're like 10 years ago, and their legislature is so lazy they just haven't gotten around to changing the law. So the law is still on the books, which means you still have to sue them just to remind them that, hey, your law is unconstitutional. And that's been, you know, that's been a Supreme Court precedent since I believe the 1980s, and it's been upheld many times in lower courts, and they know exactly what they're doing. But that's one of the examples, and so you gotta you know, make all the court filings, know the precedents, and then you gotta fundraise for it. So that's kind of the stuff I've been doing. And then also some consulting work, and like if you want to run for president as an independent, there are a few states out there where it's so much tougher to run as an independent than it is to create a brand new political party. California is one such example. It's, you know, you need like 250,000 signatures in a small period of time to run as an independent. But if you want to create a new political party, you only need, I think it's 50,000 registrations, maybe 75. I'd have to double check on that. And they change those things all the time. You know, to run as an independent candidate in California, it's practically impossible. In fact, it is impossible because on the ballot itself, you cannot call yourself an independent. They force you to use the label no party preference. So you cannot call yourself an independent candidate on the ballot or in your campaign stuff in California. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, I don't want to get involved in that stuff. We don't want free and equal elections. We don't want freedom in this country. It's all a waste of my time. But when you got to make money, you got to make money. And I will shut up now because I'm at the hardware store and I need to pick up something on the way home. Yeah, tomorrow, GoPro cooperating. I should have some activity with some future neighbors. And I will talk to you then. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. And take it easy.